Hey everybody, Timster here. This is kind of a bit of an update video, sort of kinda, but it's more of an update from my previous update vlog. Mostly let you guys know what's been going on with the channel, what's been going on with me, and ultimately what's going on with Timfoolery Gaming in general. Right now, I'm actually kinda sick. I'll talk about it in a minute, but we just got back from Boston Comic Con Saturday, only went up there for a day. And I don't know if I brought back something, like some kind of sickness or what, but oh, excuse me. But I came down with something that Monday night, so it was probably just a slow thing that hit me. Might have gotten something from work, I'm not sure. My voice is a little scratchy today. My nose is a little stuffy. But yeah, like I'm not feeling the greatest, so hopefully you guys can bear with me as we get through this vlog and I can explain what's been going on. So first off, I want to talk about Boston Comic Con, just to kind of get that out of the way. It was absolutely fantastic. I don't remember how much of it I talked about, not last year, but the year before, 2017, if I even mentioned it. But Boston is so huge. Again, I didn't get too many pictures or videos. It was only for a day, like a lightning rush convention, so to speak. So we just kind of went in there, did everything we needed to, and headed out all in one day. It went by really fast, but I loved it. Most of it took place in the dealer's room. Just this huge room where you can, like, buy stuff, get autographs, do photo ops. They even held, like, Q&A panels in that same huge room. And there was just a crowd of people surrounding it, and it was so crazy. Like, I was elbow to elbow with not only Tiff and Justin, who went with me, but, like, with a bunch of strangers that were there. Elbow to elbow was really... it kind of took a toll on my anxiety a bit. Nothing I couldn't handle. I didn't have like any attacks or issues or anything. It was mostly just I was feeling a bit overwhelmed, I'm not gonna lie, but I powered through it. We were okay. We took breaks when we needed to, and it was just overall very fun. We had a few guests at Boston. I didn't see everybody, but I met the one and only original Green Ranger, Jason David Frank, and he was cool. I would say... I really want to say it was awesome meeting him, and it was. Like, you know, I wish I spoke to him more. I wish I said a lot more, because he was like, you know, my childhood hero next to Austin St. John. It would have been cool if I actually had a good discussion with him. The most I did was get a photo op with him, which I prepaid for, and later on I got an autograph and a picture with him at his table. So I thought that was really cool, just meeting him at that level. But I didn't spend a whole lot of time like talking to him, conversing with him, and just getting something a little bit more meaningful out of it. But just the fact that I met one more Ranger on my goal to meet most, if not all, the original Rangers is that much closer to being realized, and I absolutely love it. He was cool, though. Like you see in the picture here, me and Justin cosplayed as our Mario and Luigi Mighty Morphin Mario Brothers cosplay, and he absolutely loved it. He said it was a really interesting and creative mashup. And when we got in line for the photo op, we went right up to him, and I think it took him a second to realize, wait, helmets, Mario, Luigi, what, wait, what? But it was really cool meeting him. I'm glad we did. I mentioned in my previous vlog that I wanted to meet Stephen Amell, the Green Arrow, but his line was just so huge. He was only there for a day, I was only there for a day, so to wait in line just for him, just to say like, oh, I'm signing autographs. Wait like 30 minutes to an hour. Oh, I gotta go to my Q&A. Oh, okay, I guess I'm coming back. Wait another 30 minutes. Oh, I gotta go do a photo op, then I'm coming back. I feel like I would have spent the entire day just waiting for Stephen Amell to get his autograph and to meet him and everything. And it might have been worth it if we were staying the full weekend, because I could have planned it out better. For example, I could have met JDF Friday, Jason David Frank. Then I could have met Stephen Amell Saturday, the one day he's going to be there. And then Sunday, we could have just shopped around and everything. But because we were only there for that one day, it made it just a little bit harder to plan out everything and do all the stuff we wanted to. There are a few Q&As I wanted to attend to, or a few panels I wanted to go to, but we just didn't have the time between wandering around, waiting in line, and, you know, just meeting the guests that we wanted to. Speaking of guests, like I said, we had Jason David Frank, we also had Stephen Amell, the Green Arrow. We also had Rob Snyder, however you want to call him. That was kind of weird in its own right. The last thing I heard from him, like what he was doing recently, he was a guest on Game Grumps for like a guest spot. But beyond that, maybe the TV show he was doing, which I don't know if it's still on or not. I haven't watched it. He hasn't really done much. It was interesting having him. But compared to the likes of John Travolta, which we also had, which was equally weird when I think about it, it was cool, it was weird, I didn't understand it, but meh. We also had the likes of Steve Bloom, the guy who plays Vincent Valentine from Final Fantasy VII Advent Children and like the whole FF7 franchise. We had the voices of Megatron and Optimus Prime there. That was pretty cool. I didn't meet them, but it was interesting. And if you've been reading the news lately, we had nearly the full cast of Boy Meets World reunion right at Boston. We had, Ben Savage, Daniel Fisher, we had Ryder Strong, we had Will Friedle. We even had William Daniels, the guy who played Mr. Feeney. And that was pretty awesome. It was kind of weird to see Mr. Feeney, though. Not like a bad weird, of course, but it was like, it was just a matter of seeing him in a wheelchair. Nothing against that, of course. It's just, I'm used to seeing Feeney, on both legs. So to see him being pushed around in a wheelchair was a little surreal, but he was still fantastic, and I loved him so much. One of his running jokes was basically like, when he was in the Q&A, he got the mic, and the first thing he asked was, "How did you guys find this place?" I thought it was really funny. But yeah, we had a few other awesome guests like that. I wish I had the time to meet all of them, but, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed my time there. I think I enjoyed it more than Kineticon, I hate to say. Like I mentioned in my Kineticon vlog, the hype for that convention wasn't all there. But the hype for Boston definitely was. Like, they did a fantastic job. The last time we went to Boston, it was a little weird, and I was a little bit nervous this time, because we were bringing cosplay, and I was bringing my Power Blaster and my Dragon Dagger for both of our cosplays. I was worried I wouldn't be able to get them in. We had to go through these metal detectors, which last time we were there, the metal detectors were in the hallway inside the convention center, making it that much more difficult to actually get into. This year, however, and I think this was a smart move, they took the metal detectors and moved them back, so they were outside the convention center. All you have to do is walk through the metal detector, and you're good for the entire inside of the building. So I thought that was much more convenient than the previous time we were there. But I got my props and stuff in, no problem. They checked it out, everything was good, and we had a fantastic time at Boston. Again, I think our next plan, I don't know when we're going back to Boston, but seems like we have a huge interest of going back. But we're definitely going to do the full weekend instead of just the one day. Like I said, if you do the one day, you're just always on the go. You have to keep going. You have to go from point A to point B, point C. Maybe get a break in, point D, point E. And then we had to take the train back home later that night. And that was after the convention closed. So you already have only a set period of time before, you have to leave and go home. It doesn't help that because we took the train, we got there around noon, maybe 1 o'clock, so we had even less time to enjoy all the stuff. But we still had fun, and we're going to plan on going back again soon. Not sure when, but we want to. Okay, so kind of changing gears a little bit, going onto the channel. Yesterday we were supposed to have a new video, and this is actually kind of referencing back to the original vlog where I said, things would be changing a little bit, but we can still get something to work. I was under the impression at the time that I put in a request to work all 5 days at my job and kind of work nearly full time. But they gave me one free day at that time, and I was under the impression that they couldn't give me full-time hours or near a full-time schedule because they weren't hiring full-time. They're only doing part-time. That apparently wasn't entirely true. Not that I'm full-time right now. I'm still technically part-time. But I'm working a max of 30 hours, 5 days a week. That can still change, and things could be better. But that's why we didn't have a video ready yesterday. That's because I was just working so much, working 30 hours a week. I couldn't find the time to record and edit a video and put it out on time, for the schedule I thought we would have. As a result, it was tougher than I thought to find a time to sit down, record, and edit. And for a while, I actually thought Timfoolery Gaming would have to be, done. It would cease to exist in terms of recording and editing videos because I didn't see the time to do it. And I was actually really down and out about that before Boston because I like making my videos. I don't get too many views, but I'm not worried about that. It was just, The idea of playing games, putting them together in a video format, giving them some editing here and there, maybe adding music, adding jump cuts, doing something creative in any capacity for a video kind of, I don't want to say it gave me purpose, but it kind of filled in a hole that I might have been missing. Like, just that creative hole that I didn't really know I had before. Like, some people could, I don't know, make songs on a piano or even play a piano. Or they could paint a picture or work with art or, something to that capacity. For me, it turned out to be making videos. I don't know if they're... I don't want to say that they're bad. I don't want to say they're the greatest either, but, it was my thing. It was something where I could record my videos, my gameplay, edit it together, upload it, and no matter how good or bad they did, I was proud of that. I was happy just making videos for YouTube for you guys, and it felt amazing. And to feel like that was taken away, or not even taken away, to feel like it had to take a permanent back seat because I had to go forward with my life. Get a real job, save up money, and eventually I have to get my driver's permit, learn how to drive a car, buy a car, and be more responsible for myself. I felt like all that had to come first, and I had to sacrifice my creative output or whatever. And that was a huge thing because it just made me so unhappy knowing what I was kind of passionate about, my creativity, I had to say goodbye to, whether I wanted to or not. And I certainly didn't. Now, we still have the live streams and everything, and those are always fun, but keep it in my mic. But it was just kind of a real downer to know, like, live streams are fun, that whatever happens, happens. There's no creative input to that or anything. It was just the four of us goofing off doing whatever. But I couldn't create my own videos, do it my specific way, my own way, and just put it on YouTube anymore. That's how I felt. Like, it was just a huge chunk of what I've been doing for the last 2 years or so, I think. Wow, yeah. Just about 2 years now. What I've been doing, for these years so far is just suddenly gone because I have to be more responsible. Not blaming that my responsibilities for having to say goodbye to YouTube. I'm not blaming, and I'm not saying goodbye to anything just yet. So I definitely want to give a specific shout out to Silverlance24 on YouTube. He and I have been talking a little bit about what I can do for my channel. And he gave me the idea, something I didn't even consider really, of coming home from work, doing our live streams, and Friday night going on to Saturday night going to Sunday night. Why can't I just create videos then? Record, edit, all that stuff. My idea was I didn't think that would be a good idea because I'm living with 3 other people and I don't want to wake them up that late at night. But if I'm not too shouty, if I'm still energetic but not too shouty, I might be able to still do that. And there's going to be an occasion where we won't be live streaming. We might not have plans for anything. If I can get that all done in one day, and the better thing is, it's going to be me recording, me editing. Like, if I do 3 videos, edit 3 videos, that's no problem. If I have to record 2 videos and have a pre-recorded one from ModPointK, that's still no problem either. And even still, I still have some footage left over from, Don't Starve Together. Another one from, Outward for me and ModPointK. So I still have those videos ready. And even still, that's going to be only one video I have to record versus the other 2 where I just have to edit. If it gets to a point where I have to record 2 videos, that shouldn't be a problem either. If I can find some time to do it during the day, or I'll have Friday night, Saturday night, between those 2 days to get everything done. So it might still work. I could still do this. The only issues I can foresee is if I have something going on that Friday night, that Saturday night, or something like that. But that still shouldn't be that much of a problem. If I do need help with editing or anything, I know Bobby from Underground Arcade has reached out and said he's willing to work with me and help me with some stuff if I need to. I don't like having people help me with stuff if I'm not paying them to do it. So I don't want to consider that as an option, but I might if things go too much in the wrong direction. But I'll consider it. We'll see what happens. If this plan works out, maybe I won't really have to rely on him. Otherwise, I might just have to more than I'd like to admit. Otherwise, the schedule is going to be the same. Something from me Monday, something from Edson Wednesday, and either a duo or an indie Let's Play Friday. So, 3 videos between 2 nights shouldn't be a problem. Speaking of indie games, I got an email a couple of days ago. Someone sent me a Steam code for a game that they've been developing. I don't know when exactly that video is going to go up. I'm going to record it after this. But sometime later this week, I'm hoping maybe Wednesday, as in tomorrow. I don't know when this vlog's going to go up, but hopefully at some point the video will go up. It looks like a kind of adorable indie game, but I'll show you guys more when I actually record it. But I thought that was pretty cool that someone reached out to probably a number of YouTubers, and that person wants us all to, like, you know, do a review or let's play or video or something on their game. And I was actually kind of humbled and honored that I was one of the people they've selected. And it just kind of hit me like, yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm honestly willing to do more games like that. Like, if anyone out there watching this vlog has an indie game they want more YouTubers to try, whether there be big YouTubers, small YouTubers, like me for instance, then I'm more than happy to try it. I've been wanting to reach out to more indie games and play them for the channel anyway. So if you guys have a game you want me to try out, let me know. Email should be somewhere on the channel. Otherwise, it's timfoolerygaming@gmail.com. Just send me an email or find me on Twitter. Send me a direct message on Twitter under timfoolery91, and we'll get started. We'll start communicating, figure out what game it is, and I'll see what I can do about it. I'd love to play more games. So yeah, to kind of wrap up this vlog, basically that's what it's been about. Just me trying to adjust to things changing on me, and not fully understanding when or how or why that happened. And ultimately, like I said, just adjusting to everything that's going on. So, videos still Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm going to try out my new editing, recording, upload schedule. Friday night into Saturday morning, or Saturday into Sunday, you know, that kind of thing. And just get the ball rolling again. See if I can change a little bit to keep everything going without losing my sanity or feeling the burnout. We'll see what happens. If anything changes, I'll make sure to do another vlog and update you guys on what's been going on. So I want to take this time to thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.